In this session, we're going to be looking at children who have had special needs assigned to their timetable, exempting them from the absence rules. For the period of June to September of 2023, the Ministry have published that children could be exempt from the continuous absence rule, and the documentation could be completed by the parent, the EC13 and EC12 that is, if the child is absent for the reasons of either RSV or COVID-19. Now, if you have got the documentation completed, you would have added a timetable with special needs. Now, to check who has special needs assigned to their timetable, you can simply come to Reports, come down to Group Reports, and now select General. You can quickly navigate to our current funding period by clicking Current Funding. And here we want to select the report called Children with Timetable Changes. Now when we click Print, we can see a list of all of the children that have had timetable changes. Now, when you've been adding timetables, if you've populated the comments to do with special needs, this is a great way for you to see who you've added timetables for the special needs, to see if it still applies, see if it needs to be removed, just to check the data for this funding period to see those children where you have selected special needs. Now, a more detailed report that you can have a look at for all of the children and when they're exempt from the special needs, within the same area, you can change this to be sign-in sheet information. When we select that and click Print, this is the sign-in sheet information for the whole funding period. Now, when we're simply printing the report, it doesn't give us information about special needs. So what we really want to do in this instance is create a file. Clicking on the Create File will populate this data and more onto an actual spreadsheet. Let's open it up, see what we can see. So when we open up the actual spreadsheet, there's a couple of things we can do here. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're familiar with using an Excel spreadsheet or a CSV file. We're just going to step through a couple of simple changes here. First thing we're going to do is we're just going to select these first 4 rows with our mouse. We're going to right-click and we're going to delete the rows. The reason we're doing this is so we can just tidy it up a little bit and just use our filter. Now when we select row 1, what we can do is come to our Sort and Filter and select Filter. This is going to give us a filter for each and every column. See here, we've got column T. What we've got, when we come down to do the filter, what we want to do is we only want to see the ones that have got yes, so we're deselecting no. Now when we click OK, these are all of the children that have got special needs assigned in the actual sign-in sheet. So what you'll want to do is review your list of children that have been exempt from the absence rules, to make sure that you've got the necessary documentation or that it's started and ended as per the documentation that you've got as well. Bearing in mind, children could be exempt from the absence rules for a variety of reasons, not just the ministry exemption for the RSV and COVID-19, where the parent can complete the EC13 form in lieu of a medical practitioner. If any of this is not correct, then what you would need to do is, when you're in InfoCare, you'd need to come back to the particular child, selecting the child that has got the exemption that needs to be corrected, select the child, come to Timetable, and then what you would need to do is add a timetable from when that exemption was supposed to end and then remodify your sign-in sheets.